let's go on sa expressing your opposition sa inyong statement and sa inyong likewise po, no? Sa ilang ha, sa inyong statement. Sige, isang rebuttal na.
So, hello everyone. Dili ko hawag gusto niya. Sa ba? English kung tuhalastan na no? Sunod siya. So, but kung i-sum up na to ang giingon sa to opposing team is they almost really acknowledge that the women are okay to be pastors. Really acknowledge.
Not in leadership roles sa church. I did not mention that for the record.
Okay, sige. Okay, I stand corrected. But really, you did acknowledge that women can be given roles, no, that are nagigamit din sila sa Ginoo. So, let us talk about, now I will, in rebuttal of the limuhang gipang English to, di na lang ganun. So, I will, what is, let's talk about some of the characteristic of a leader, because we're talking about a pastor, and a pastor is also a leader in the church of. So we all know dagan og mga characteristic ang leader or in leadership. Usa na diha ang mga decision making, mga accountability, gratitude, mga empathy, respect, mga ug unsa pa na siya, character na siya, and naapod tayo sa mga systematic na characteristic like in management, in details, in ana, o kung imuhan ng isang katanan, it is almost found in the characteristic of a woman. No, that are the positive characteristic of a woman. Maging gitawag sila ng ilaw ng tahanan. Though head sa tahanan ang amahan, nahimong suga ang inahan sa tahanan. Sa kinahanglan ang inahan, ang iyahang leadership, samtang wala ang amahan. Siya ang gamanage sa tibuok panimalay. And the wisdom sa isa ka women in management in the household, naagi na mas lacking gani ang men ana, mas above ang women. When we talk about detail and specifics, naana sa characteristics sa women, as a leader, you should expect, especially kung pastor ka, you should expect nga na kay encounter ng mga problems, mga inani, mga inana. We all know na ang women ang pinakataas ng pain tolerance.
Yeah!
So in every painful experience ka na pastor encounter is ma-overcome na siya sa women, of course by the help of God. And then also women are goal-oriented, and the women has a heart for many, not for one. So sama sa akong giingon, dili siya naglantaw sa usa lang, di lang siya naglantaw sa goal, naglantaw sa inani, but overall nang gintanong sa usa ka babae. Then and then daghan pa dili na nako i-mention. So unsa man koy mga unsa may importance ani, because we can see the lackness of the men without a woman in leadership. Daghang kay example sa Bible nga nag-fail pud nga mga lalaki sama sa kang hari na si King Solomon. He really failed also as a king. And then isa pa si Samson, isa pa. Mga magnificent men in the Bible, they failed on many things, in character, even in emotional. You cannot rebut us that women is emotional. Also the men. And then the importance, then the roles of women in the Bible. Sama sa inyong dimension dirita. So, now we talk about the letter of Paul, no? Dirita.
First Timothy 2.
Sige. Regarding sa giingon ni Paul sa 1 Timothy chapter 2, that nagisgot na sa babae na dili ipatudlo ang babae sa church. It was only in the church of Ephesus, because at that time the church of Ephesus is really prone ay daghan og false teaching. Mo na ang problem diha nga time. That's why Paul was talking to Timothy at that time. So in that time, in their culture, ang mga babae are are not allowed to study at that time. Again, emphasize na ko. So ang mga men ang na-knowledge ato nga time. So si Paul nga naguna-una ana nga situation, he did not want the Ephesian women to teach because they didn't yet have enough knowledge or experience at that time. So mao nang gi-specify na siya ni Paul at that time. But it doesn't mean nga wala gina-forbid na ni Paul ang mga babae to teach. Nga kay si Paul gani commending his co-worker Priscilla. Priscilla is the one who taught Apollo about the word of God. Maunang nakatuon si Apollo to share. Also, that's in Acts chapter 18, verses 24 to 26. Na ako diri gi-mention ni Paul ang other women who held positions of responsibility in the church. Si Phoebe who worked in the church mismo. In Romans chapter 16, verse 1. Si Mary, si Tryphena, si Tryphosa were the Lord's workers in Romans chapter 16. As were Euodia and Syntyche. In Philippians chapter 4, Paul was very likely prohibiting the Ephesian women at that time, but not all women, even until this generation, and to the generation to come, from teaching the Word of God. It was just at that time because of the situation of the Ephesian church.
Okay, now sa you have your battle statement. Or gusto i-express?
Si JL.
Paminaw lang mi.
So, sa gingon ni Dave kay na sa pro. So, some statement is generally talk not on focus sa kung saan topic, pastor. Woman to be a pastor. So, that's the proposition. Digress siya. So ang topic to is woman to be a pastor. So let's read first sa 1 Corinthians, Corinthians 14, verse 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. Let your women keep silent in the church, for they are not permitted to speak, but they are to be submissive, as the law also says. And if they want to learn something, let them ask their own husband at home, for it's shameful for a woman to speak in the church. So, as you have said earlier that in home, also in marriage, women will submit to their husbands. So, generally speaking, that woman would really submit to their husband. So which is, we can say that women, though they have rules or they have capacity to speak, to stand, to be a leader in the church, but what the Bible said is they must submit on the authority. Ate si mo. Si Eugene, ang point number 3 ni Eugene about
So, ang point is katong failures of men in the Bible. So, all we know that even in the beginning, men must fail in God. So, all have to share the glory of God. But actually, men always fail to do tasks. Even na sa Bible, i-mention man yun na tanan men, magkamali. Pero kiinom man yun na that men's failures do not frustrate the purpose of God. Tanan na ay purpose ang ginabuhat. Always matalagay mo na ang tanan ay purpose. Yes, men always fail, but na ay purpose ang ginawa ng nagka-fail ng men. So, all about being a pastor, dili tanan dili man jud tanan di mo ginamali kayo ang ngayon pagkamali because we are living in the flesh may mga tag-uli tanong may mga tag-injil ta. But it was already said here in in Romans chapter 11 verse 1 to 12. No, ingon si Elijah dito that yan siya, Lord, they have killed all your prophets and torn down your altars, and I am alone left, and they seek my life. But what does the divine response to say to him? I have reserved myself 7,000 men. Katong scripture nga ginatanan din assumption din ang basahon. Mata sa kuma basta ang stand ko ana is tanan maski mag-isip Elijah himo siya og prophet ni God. Nangayo pa magani nag-seek magay siya makuha na lang iyang life. But kung sa gingon sa Ginoo i-prolong pa yung life because there is a purpose. So tanan tong mga nagka-failed nga men, not to sell purpose. Even Solomon has a purpose. Nga na-failed siya is nga naman kay ang katong united nga kingdom pa before, they have this kind of they have this kind of practice nga against the Lord nga mas sobra na saya. So yang gi-divide to kung sa ang good, kung sa ang bad. So everything has a purpose in men's failure. So
Sige.
In addition, no, so you mentioned earlier itong mga women nga ginamit sa Ginoong mga minister. So for example, Priscilla. Priscilla instructed Apollos, but that was not, but siya doon time is only private conversation, not preaching. So next one is Phoebe, is also as in Romans 16:1. Phoebe was commended for being a servant of church, not a pastor. So though women are used in the ministry, but they are not called the pastor or teachers.
Sige.
Closing statement or the pastor? Friendly na.
Sila siya. Kaya gusto kami ba't mo sila? Napasaya sa batas yung statement. No.
Privat ba?
ikaw mag-ibad.
Ikaw, si God, Pidoy.
Base sa ano itong gay natin at katong sa to praise nga women submit their husband wives submit their husband. So in that matter wala ta nag-discuss ana about pastor or leadership. It talks about marriage. Nagstorya ta sa usa ka magtiayon ana. So that the wife must submit to husband. So it's not connected about pastor leadership.
Privatan mo na ba?
Okay, you mentioned earlier, man.
I will go into rebut the
Introduction mo na
Ay, introduction na rin.
Going to rebut.
Ayaw mo to statement.
Nag-genuine siya nga.
Siya pa lang.
Mama sa inyong referencers nga, di ba sa home, anak, yung kay women, mama to, ang mundo na mo, ang ako ay, dilibat na mo siya, nga, dili man to pastoral ang sa home, lahi man ang context, lahi man ang setting ng home, lahi ang order, ng mo to, ang libatan, but i-mention ang to passage. But dito, ingon ang mo to, ang i-present.
Okay.
Ano mang good connected sa iyang sunod din.
Sige.
So, talk tayo dito about sa ingon ni kay Eugene about some katong mga lalaki good na na-fail sila but there's a purpose in that. So, basta lang po sa if we understand things lang ba in basic understanding lang, if men will fail, women will fail also. Tanan mo fail, tanan pwede mo fail. So if men can lead, then women can lead. If we talk it logically, nga kanang basic understanding lang. So to present na po ang namong some argues that kanang time sa mga Old Testament na gigamit niyo na mga scriptures. That's just Old Testament. That's just kanang past generations na. And we have these new generations. We have this kanang lahi na kain sa education, lahi na set up sa life, lahi na culture. We can say that. And so karon mag-iyon ko some female missionaries. Great missionaries na female. So dili na to ni sila man ikaila that women can lead, women can be a pastor. women can lead a church. First is si Lottie Moon, some of the pinakasikat nga kunailan nga missionary, si Lottie Moon, si Mary Person Eddy, si Althea Brown, Edmiston, and some dagan pag mga missionaries. And dili lang international. Pwede ta mag-istorya diri sa tuwang lokal. Pastor Aloy. Pastor Agirley. Tapos nakulo isa. Women ay wife submit to her husband. Kaso lang sa mga pastors here nga babae single. Wala sila submit. Kay Jesus nang sila mag-submit. Dagan tag mga example na. Okay. And so matay sa gingon niya Ate Delgay na dagan po mga characteristics ang women na kanang dili po nato maingon nga dili nila kaya mag-lead. Dagan sila mga positive characteristics ba like some jud sa akong mailan ng mga basic ay kanang personal nga nagian. School leaders. Some of our school leaders, women. Ano na nito siya kanang personal na sa sige na kanang
School na ito, yung church.
ay dili personally ta mag-iwan. Pastors kanang nag-handle na silang tao, they help them to grow, gina-instruct, gina-help ginatabang, help mag-mature. Magyapon na sa kanang school leaders. Nag-help gyapon na sila, nagtabang, nag-lead og mga tao. So makuha na to ang characteristics ba? Characteristics sa usa ka leaders nga kani mga babae labi na karon nga generation daghan jud kag-study based akong pag-research kay daghan kag-study na nag-ingon that base sila mga study ang women they are kanang mas nag-excel sila the generation kanang nagataas ang tuig ang mga babae pud mas nag-excel and napoy isa ka study diri ingon siya diri female leaders demonstrates more transformational leadership styles according to Landmark 1992. So that's just one of the study that kanang naga-support sa amuang stand which is women can be a pastor.
Okay, nice statement. Closing remark. Okay, go. Closing na ta.
Ay na, may question.
Si Pastor na, siya bisa storya. Na, overtime na rin pero gusto ko mong pala.
Ay, sorry ha.
Hindi, mag-start. Ako sa daw siya, gila. Kasi hindi makaprepare. Sige, go.
So yeah, check you.
Okay.
Questions after.
Sige, ang closing statement.
Yan na lang. Yan na lang.
Questions na lang.
Question na lang. Question na lang.
Ay.
Sige. Go!
Oscar Tingog. Hey, you! What's up, man?
10, 9, wala. 8, 7,
Sige.
Patience
Awang realidad sa mga church karon.
Ikaw na lang.
Si amang introduction ko, realidad sa mga church karon. Realidad sa mga church karon. 80% sa church mga babae. 20% mga lalaki. So what if ang church walay nag-rise na mga leaders na mga lalaki? Sige pa dayon. Tingnan mo na ako si Beth. Sige na. Do you think kapasagdan na nato ang church na walay pastor? What if si Pastor Alois na nga nadiri niya, isa ka sa miyembro? Pasagdan na ba ang church ni Pastor Alois na walay mag-rise ang mga lalaki? Ay, walay pastor ang church. So, kay si Ma'am Lois naman ang able, si Pastor Alois naman ang able, na mag-lead sa mga tao. Yes, absolutely.
she can lead and she can be a pastor.
Padayon! Padayon! Sige, Ben.
Ay, maganda na yun.
O sige, ikaw.
Example na lang ang hatag. For example, nakita di ba yung PS na ando sa church ni Dati Tina. And ang ilang host pastor is also under. And siguro kaya kamay lang ang marang ka ng
Ay, okay ka na yung magiging example.
And also, another example for that is, sila Pastor Felix.
Oh.
Example dito ang
Nag-start sila na magtukod yun, magpadayon yun sa pagpangalagad, sa pag-share, sa pag-nurture sa mga tao dito sa ilahang lugar. And also, daghan pa kayo mga pastors na ako ang nakailang, inyong mga nakailang na puro pag babae.
Yes,